Hi Pisces. Welcome to the Pisces room. So this reading is for the person who has somehow become responsible for everything. Yeah, you're the one people call when something needs to be organized. You're the one who remembers the details, sees the problem before anybody else sees it, and quietly starts fixing it before anyone has ever realized something is wrong. And for a long time you have worn that role really well. You may even be proud of it. And there's nothing wrong with being capable. There is nothing wrong with being the person who can hold a room together. Nothing wrong with being strong, dependable, practical, wise, or generous. But there comes a point when being the one who carries everything stops feeling like strength and starts feeling like a life sentence. The first card here is the Six of Fire, and it's nasturtium. Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying it right. This card is beautiful. There are these tall white candles gathering a small flame in the center. Everything is glowing. There's bright orange and red flowers across the table. It feels warm, it feels alive, it feels celebratory. And when I first looked at this card, I thought, this is a person who's become the heart. Everyone gathers around your energy. People come to you for warmth, encouragement, answers, reassurance, direction. They may admire you, they may praise you, they may tell you that they do not know what they would do without you. And at first, that can feel really powerful and wonderful. It feels good to know you have an impact. It feels good to know that people trust you. It feels good to know that your presence changes the room. The Six of Wands is traditionally a card of victory, recognition, being seen, being celebrated. But there's something lonely about the person on that horse. Everyone is looking at them. Everyone is cheering for them. Everyone is following them, but nobody is holding them. And that's a part of this card I want to talk about. You may have become so good at being the strong one that people forgot you were also a person who needed support. And some of that happened because they became accustomed to the role you were playing. So this doesn't automatically mean people were using you. It doesn't mean everyone around you had bad intentions. Sometimes people simply learn the arrangement we create. You say, I'll take care of it. They let you. You say, don't worry, I've got it. So they stop worrying. You say, it's easier if I do it myself. And eventually everyone agrees. Then one day you look around and think, why am I the only one carrying this? Why does nobody notice how tired I am? Why does everyone come to me to be held, but nobody knows how to hold me? And that's where the resentment starts. And resentment is usually a signal that an arrangement has outlived you. It doesn't mean you're cruel. It doesn't mean you have stopped loving the people around you. It means your energy is telling you that the old way cannot continue. There's another uncomfortable part of this, and I think we need to say it honestly. Sometimes being the one who organizes everything gives us a sense of importance, gives us a place. I'm the one who fixes everything, so therefore I am needed. And if I'm needed, I'm valuable. And if I'm valuable, perhaps I cannot be forgotten, replaced, or left behind. That's a deep contract. And it's not always an ego trip. Sometimes it comes from survival, from childhood, from being the person who learned very early that love arrived most reliably when you were useful. So you became useful. You became impressive. You became indispensable. And now the idea of letting other people help can feel strangely threatening. Because who are you if you're no longer the person holding the entire structure up? That question is sitting inside this reading. But the answer is not that you become less. The answer is that you finally get to become more. The second card is the Three of Water, Reconnection, and Lemon Balm. And this card changes the entire arrangement. We still have a table, but look at this table. There's a teapot, there are cups, there are cupcakes, lilacs, jar of water, bees in the flowers. There's even a little rat sitting on a chair, which is one of the strangest and most charming things in this card. And everything is participating. Everything has a place. Everything is being fed. There is no single flame in the center carrying all the warmth. The nourishment is scattered across the table. Somebody brought the tea. Somebody brought the flowers. Somebody brought the cupcakes. Somebody brought the water. Even the bees are receiving something from the gathering. That is the new arrangement. You're still invited. Your gift is still important. Your contribution is still beautiful. You're simply no longer responsible for bringing every single thing. And that may take some getting used to, because when everybody brings something, you're no longer the only necessary person in the room. But listen carefully. You don't lose your shine when other people begin to shine too. Your cupcakes are still beautiful. Your tea is still warm. Your flowers still smell like you. Your gift becomes clear because it's no longer buried beneath 10 other things you brought because nobody else stepped forward. This is reconnection. This is what happens when you stop relating to people only through responsibility and begin relating to them through participation. You're no longer standing above the circle, directing everything. You're in it. You get to sit down. You get to receive. You get to taste what somebody else made. You get to be surprised by what another person brings. And you also give other people the dignity of contribution. This is important because sometimes over-functioning can accidentally keep everyone else under-functioning. And when we step in too quickly, people don't learn. When we always rescue, people don't discover what they're capable of. When we constantly anticipate every need, other people never have to become attentive. So part of changing this dynamic means allowing people to be useful too. Let them remember the appointment. Let them remember the phone call. Let them figure out the form. Let them bring the food. Let them solve problems on their own, in their own way, even if their way is slower, messier, or even different from yours. There may be a period where you have to sit on your hands. You may watch somebody do something inefficiently and think, I could finish that in 5 minutes. Maybe you could. That does not mean you should. You're teaching the people around you how to bring the wood to the fire instead of only warming themselves beside it. And lemon balm is perfect here because it clears the system. It settles the body. It creates space. It helps what's been stuck begin to move again. This is a clearing of the old contract. I am valuable because I carry everything. No. You are valuable because you are you. You are valuable sitting at the table. You're valuable laughing, resting, bringing one beautiful thing and allowing everybody else to bring theirs. You don't have to earn belonging through exhaustion. And I think that's going to be emotional for some of you because you may realize how long you have been loved primarily through your usefulness. People know what you do for them. Do they know you? Do they know what delights you? Do they know what you want? Do they know what you're hungry for? Do they know what part of you is playful, sensual, strange, spiritual, ambitious, creative, soft? Have you been reduced to one who keeps everything running? This reading is the time to come back into your own life. The final card is Awakening, number 20, in Tulsi. This is judgment. This is a moment where you take account of the life you have lived and decide what comes with you. And look at what happened to the flame. In the first card, the flame was in the center. It was warming everybody right here. Right? In the final card, the flame is outside. It's lighting the way. That's a transformation. Your fire no longer is being used only to maintain the room. It becomes vision. It becomes purpose, devotion. It becomes the light that leads you toward the life you were actually meant to live. The message on this card says to deepen your relationship with what enchants you. Free your life of anything that keeps you from your purpose. Devotion to your holy work spreads goodness to all. And I love that because your purpose is not supposed to feel like another burden. Your holy work is not supposed to be one more task on the list. The things that are meant for you should bring you alive. They should awaken something in your body. They should remind you that you're more than the roles you've been performing. You can be the caretaker. You can be the warrior. You can be the priestess. You can be the Queen of Swords who knows exactly where the line is and is completely willing to defend it. But you can also be the woman or man with appetite. You can be soft. You can be playful. You can want pleasure, attention, beauty. You can want a life that belongs to you. Awakening is asking you to stop dividing yourself into acceptable pieces. You don't have to put your sensuality away to be spiritual. You don't have to put your strength away to be tender. You don't have to become less capable in order to receive. You don't have to become cold in order to set a boundary. This is balance. Real balance doesn't make you bland. It makes you whole. And some of you are waking up to the fact that you've spent years giving your best energy to maintenance. You kept the household going, you kept the family organized, the relationships functioning, everybody else encouraged, you kept the peace, the schedules, you kept the emotional temperature of the room manageable. And your own life kept waiting. I know that sentence hit some of you right here. Yes, you kept your own life waiting. This card says your life is not waiting anymore. The fire has moved. It's ahead of you now. It's calling you toward the work that enchants you, the relationship that feeds you, and the creativity that wakes you up, the love that allows you to be more than useful. And the people around you may have to adjust. They may be surprised when you stop doing everything. They may not immediately understand a new version of you. That is all right. You're not abandoning anyone. You're changing the arrangement. You're saying, I will bring warmth, but I will not be the only source. I will still contribute, but I'm also going to receive. I will still shine, and I will allow other people to shine beside me. And most importantly, I will no longer spend my entire life proving that I deserve a place at the table. Pisces, your place is already there. Sit down. Bring the thing that's yours. Let everyone else bring theirs. Let the table become abundant through collaboration. Let your fire leave the center of the room and become a light on the path ahead. You're not here to keep everybody warm forever. You're here to live. You're here to create. You are here to love. And you're here to be fed too. And the moment you stop carrying the whole room, maybe the moment your real life finally has enough space to begin.